meeting is being recorded.
Yep. Hi, I'm Junior Gonzalez. I was talking with Mr. Cadiz last week.
Okay, yeah, come on in, man.
Thank you, thank you. Want me to shut this door?
Yeah, go ahead. So, you said Junior?
Yeah, Junior.
All right, I'm calling.
Nice to meet you, Colin.
Nice to meet you.
Want to go take a seat?
Yeah, go for it. So Mr. Cadiz has been let go, so I'm kind of trying to put all his stuff back together here and figure out exactly what he's doing.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're kind of going to have to start from square one here on exactly what it is you're wanting from us anyway.
Okay, that's fine. I actually got a meeting agenda of everything that we went over last time we came.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so first of all, we're just talking about things that you guys are kind of, I wouldn't say struggling, but things that you guys can improve on right now.
Okay.
And he says that right now you guys are currently outsourcing your guys' machining products on the plastic for your guys' products.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any issues with that? Because I remember he was telling me that sometimes when you guys get a machine, it's coming back like in the specifications aren't wrong or like the thickness or something. Is that kind of?
I mean, it happens from time to time. I wouldn't say it's a huge issue.
Okay, okay, because you really emphasize that it just sets you guys back, especially like on your timelines and stuff.
You might see it a little bit more where I'm at. It doesn't really affect
Okay.
a whole lot. So,
Okay, because he was an engineer, right? That's what
he was more of a project manager.
project manager.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. And what's your role? If you don't
I
mind?
was purchasing.
Purchasing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. How long have you been with the company?
7 years.
7 years.
Yep.
Nice. You go to college around here?
Actually, down in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Is that where you're from?
Yeah.
Nice.
so I guess where are your products coming from?
So our products all come from Roachling, which is in North Carolina.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's where they all come from?
Yeah, we deal exclusively with Roachling for our material.
Okay. Everything we do has to be US made for our standards.
Perfect.
So that's a big thing. I just want to make sure we get that point across that it's got to be the US product anyway.
Okay, yeah, 100%. We get that those favors over to you, the certificates.
Okay. I guess what benefits am I getting from your guys' stuff here?
Okay, so for one right there, kind of touching on, even though to you might not see it as a big deal, since Mr. Gracie did talk about this quite a bit, and he said that he was extending you guys' deadlines just with like the actual material coming in, not a spec. We are actually looking at acquiring a machining company. It's called UNK Machining. It's the number one machining company in Nebraska.
Okay.
And it's actually only like 20 miles away from your shop.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, our machining is going to be right there. It's super close. I mean, we can do same day delivery when it's machined. So we have that constant inflow of material there.
Okay.
And also right now, I'm trying to put together a contract with Roachling. And what I'm trying to do with that, I'm trying to offer rebates. I'm trying to negotiate a 3% rebate at the end of the year, which we pass right on to our customers. And we're also trying to figure out a buyback option with them. And with that, I feel like right now is a great opportunity for business like yourselves to really expand. And I want to offer you guys some kind of insurance, some kind of protection to where maybe if you guys think you guys are going to do a little bit better than you guys actually do, you guys aren't just stuck in the hole. I want to offer you guys a way out. That way you guys can invest a little bit more aggressively. And hopefully if it works out, you guys just grow that much more.
Is that something you've done in the past, or is that something that's completely new to you guys?
It's something that's completely new. I'm actually the head of that project, and I'm the one trying to facilitate that with everything. I've been talking to Roachling for the last 8 months right now. We're super close. I just need to reach a certain threshold of material that we're going to get, which actually drives me to that next question. Do you know how much material you guys use a year?
I'd have to look it up here.
Okay, because I looked at other people in your guys' market, and they're using around 100,000 square feet of HDPE a month. So that'd be 1.2 million a year. What do you guys say? You guys are around there, higher, lower?
We're probably a little bit higher than that.
Okay, great. Because right now I actually only need 1.3 million more to reach that threshold that Roachling is setting. So we go ahead with that contract.
Okay.
And I mean, if you guys are kind of right there, so that would line up perfectly for that.
How materials for that? I mean, are you going to have backlog issues getting that kind of volume out?
Are you talking like once it gets into a warehouse or getting it actually
getting it to us?
Okay, so we actually have our warehouse. It's right in the same town as you. I actually looked it up on Google Maps. It's 6 miles away. And we do have dedicated trucks that go directly from that warehouse. So, I mean, I don't think we'd have any backlog issues. And another thing I'm talking to Roachling about is we're trying to be their number one priority. That's why I'm trying to guarantee them X amount of business for the year so they can put us at number one. And especially with the supply chain issues, that's a big driving force that I've been doing. Just so if I can promise you a deadline, I can't guarantee it's going to get there every single time, but I can guarantee our odds are a lot better than most.
Okay. I guess as far as you guys having your warehouse, you're going to charge us like a stocking fee or anything to hold that, or how's that going to work?
So how that would work, we wouldn't charge you a stocking fee.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is, since you guys would be probably our biggest customer, we would dedicate this warehouse to you guys, and we would have free delivery to and from. I would like to schedule 2 deliveries a week. We can negotiate on that depending on how much volume you guys would actually need per week. But in the contract, we could do 2 deliveries a week. And of course, if there's anything emergency, we could always make an exception. But for regular to and from, it'd be around there.
Okay.
And another thing kind of to add on that there, it'd be kind of like a consignment configuration to where you guys would not actually have to pay for the sheet for the material until it actually goes there. But in the contract, it does have that you just have to spend X amount, like that 1.2 million that we talked about. You guys would need to get at least that per year, but the transaction doesn't actually take place until that material gets to your site.
Okay. How is Roche doing as far as their current manufacturing in their product placement right now? I mean, is that going to put them over the edge as far as backlogging? If we come to you guys and say we do a new 1.3, 1.5 million, where's that going to put them at?
So right now, I'm glad you asked that question. I've been working with Roche for a while, and we've been trying to set up this infrastructure for this deal to come through. And right now, they are working at around 150% capacity, and they have been trying really hard to isolate to only U.S. That's where they're getting all their raw material from. So even if things are stuck out in cargo ships, it's not really going to affect us. We try to isolate as much as we can, so it's only the U.S. laws that are going into effect, so they won't be able to stop it. I'm sure there are some things that it is going to set them a little bit behind, just because they're forecasting for X amount of material. If it's a big number, it might take them a little bit, but for the most part, I feel like they're pretty good on it, especially when compared to the competitors.
Okay. I guess for the most part, I mean, we're pretty happy with where we're at. We know with what we're getting now, we're kind of number one on our suppliers list. So, I mean, I would need to see some, whether it's the rebate or see something from Rocheland that says that, we're going to be able to move up their list and be able to get stuff on time. Because the last thing I want to do is make a switch and then put us behind.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, what is it about your current supplier that you think is, driving to be number one on your list? Is it the price? Is it how fast they get it to your site, or what?
It's price and response time.
Response time?
Yep. I mean, we know if we have an issue that we can call them and they're gonna drop what they're doing to fix it for us.
Okay. And when you call, do you talk directly to the salesperson, or you guys talk to the engineers on their staff, or how does?
It depends on who's calling. Everybody kind of has a different contact.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, what I can say is right now, since I'm working so hard to get this Roachling deal, is I would be your guys' point of contact. So, I mean, if you guys call us with any issue, it wouldn't be like you guys have to bounce around from holding gear to waiting on this line or whatever. You guys would come directly to me. And then from there, I'd take a lead on fixing whatever problem it is. I may not know all the answers, but I'm going to talk to my people. And I mean, I have a great staff behind me. So I'm pretty sure, whatever problem it is, even if we don't know at that second, we are going to find it for you guys.
Okay.
And with that, I also have some testimonials from Lockheed Martin and from SpaceX, two of our biggest clients as well.
Yeah, I see Mr. Pease had something written down about getting some customer testimonials. So.
And I also have the lab results on there too that he asked me about.
Okay. What is it about you and you guys that, you think you're up to the task as far as taking us over as an account?
So the one thing that I like to make very clear is that the actual material that you guys get from us is going to be the same material that you get from somebody down the street. The one thing that I'm not trying to do is I don't want to just sell you material and just get a check and leave. I want to help you guys grow, because by me helping you guys grow as a company, we're going to grow.
Mhm.
So I feel like me and the people I have around me, we're very focused on growth. I mean, I feel like right now, the climate that we're in, there are companies that are going to take over and there are companies that are going to be left behind. And I want to have winners around me. Like I see Bowen in your company, there's a lot of winners on there. And that's why I really want to be on the same team as you.
Okay. Any kind of product warranty or anything that you guys are willing to put out there?
Yeah, so Rocheling, they actually have a 3-year manufacturer warranty. Anything besides regular wear and tear, if for some reason the material fails, they are 100% going to cover that.
Okay.
And they also have some liability insurance on there. I'm not 100% sure what those numbers are, but I could send that right over to you after this meeting.
Okay. I believe right now we're getting a 4 or 5 year warranty on all our stuff.
Okay. Well, that is the warranty that comes straight from them.
Yep.
I could talk to them. Like I said, the contract is not final yet. I'm sure with us giving them such volume, they may be able to wiggle a little bit on that. But I'll let them know what the competitors are doing. And I'm sure if the competitors are doing, they would not be opposed to meeting that or even topping it.
Okay. Is that something where we would meet with them also?
For that contract?
Yeah.
No, so you guys are dealing with me. And you guys tell me you guys' requirements, what you guys are seeing out there in the market, what we're competing with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go with them. The last thing I would want for them is I don't want to make your job harder or their job harder with a bunch of conference calls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just be the middleman, just facilitate it for both sides.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing is from our standpoint is we kind of want to know exactly who we're working with on the other side though too.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a little bit above me, but at the same time, just so you know, that might be something that has to be worked out as far as being able to meet a point of contact there.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me write that down. I'll see what I can do on that point there.
Okay.
So have you ever heard of Rocheling before?
Yes.
Perfect. So in a couple of months, they actually have a training exercise that they're going to take in the top 10 biggest clients. And with that, us being up there, we are taking some of our biggest clients over there to just get a tour of the facility, meet their higher ups. It's going to be not a very formal thing because, like I said, it's just going to be like a little bit of a plan tour and informational. But if you guys are interested, I'd love to take you guys.
Yeah, we'll kind of pass this information up the ladder if it's something we get kind of a go ahead to start looking into a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I could see myself and some of the engineers possibly being interested in doing something along those lines.
Great. So what does that process look like for you? I know you said you have to pass it up the ladder.
I've got to kind of put together everything you've given me, dig through Mr. Cahise's old notes still, and just kind of piece that picture together.
Mm-hmm.
And then take it to our site manager, operations manager here. And then we'll be back in touch with you at some point here.
Okay, awesome. So also on this material that I'm telling you about, what do you say the least busy day for your warehouse? I'd imagine Mondays are pretty busy trying to catch up after the weekend.
Usually kind of hit that lull Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because before we go ahead with anything, I do want to send over some samples just to make sure that the material's up to your guys' standards. So going forward, all the logistics are out of the equation there. So I'd probably send over some of those on Wednesday or Thursday. And I'm also going to be in town next Thursday as well. I don't know if you want to, maybe get together. We could go over how the materials did, and maybe by then you'd have that conversation with the higher ups, and then we could start talking a little bit more numbers.
Okay. Yeah. Send over what you can here in a couple of days, and then if you're going to be back in town, let me know exactly when. Yeah,
for sure. I actually have an opening next Thursday for lunch around maybe 12:30. Can I work for you?
Yeah, we should be able to make that work.
Awesome. Perfect. Do you have any other questions for me? Any other concerns?
Not at this point. Like I said, we'll put the stuff together here, and hopefully by Wednesday we'll kind of have what we need put together.
Mm-hmm.
see where we can go from there.
Okay. And just to touch back on something you said earlier, you did say that with your guys' current provider, one of the main things that you guys really look for is that instant contact. Like if something goes wrong, you might get somebody on the phone. I'd put that as number one. Do you guys have like a number two and number three priority for what you guys look for out of a distributor?
Like you said, price, response time, quality, and consistency.
Okay. So I just want to let you know that we're very competitive on all those. We might not always be the cheapest, but we do find that our satisfaction from our customers is pretty high up there.
Yeah.
And I just want to let you guys know that I'm really looking forward to working with you guys. I mean, Boeing, I see you guys as being one of the top competitors in the industry, especially going forward and with traveling opening back up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I'm really excited for you guys' future, and I hope we can work together.
Good. Appreciate that. But yeah, we'll let you know.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Junior.
Yeah, you have a great day.
You too.